I interviewed Nancy Degenhardt, the financial director at South Fayette Township. Nancy attended Mercyhurst University, and she has been a finance director for South Fayette Township for 3 years. And prior to that, she was in the private sector as a director of finance and started her career in the Big Four public accounting at Ernst & Young. She moved from the private sector to this position to allow for more flexibility and balance for her family. Her job now offers alternate work schedules, such as 4 10-hour days and a flexible schedule. Nancy prepares the financial statements monthly and is responsible for all accounting and financial reporting for South Fayette Township. Nancy is also in charge of the general ledger, accounts payable, accounts receivable, the payroll analysis, and the budget. Nancy is also responsible for human resources, the administration payroll, and benefits. Nancy prepares the detailed annual budgets for South Fayette Township. She also distributes a monthly profit and loss statement which details variances of actual results from budget on a year-to-date basis. Nancy also prepares a cash flow forecast in the fourth quarter to track out projected excess of the fund balance. Most of South Fayette Township's revenue is received in the form of cash or check. They have recently begun to accept credit card payments for recreational programs. Nancy deposits the cash and checks received, posts the deposits, and reconciles the bank statements. The township has recently put in some compensating controls to prevent fraud in their small organization. This creates a lack of segregation of duties due to the lack of staffing, such as having the bank statements being opened by the township manager instead of Nancy herself. Nancy creates policies for cash, check, and credit card inflows and is responsible for ensuring the assets are safeguarded and that they have adequate internal controls. South Fayette Township follows government guidelines for purchasing, and they purchase within their cost of goods, which are pre-approved within those guidelines. Their purchases are made by the department heads and approved by the township manager when significant. South Fayette is a Class 1 township with a Board of Commissioners made up of 5 elected officials who make decisions with recommendations from the township manager about proposed programs or policies. They make these decisions based upon resident requests and feedback, as well as aiming to keep the township current and to attract new residents and businesses. Their decisions are also in compliance with regulations. The township also engages consultants for recommendations such as a master park plan, road studies, traffic studies, and improvements. South Fayette Township's bonds were refinanced last year as voted by the Board of Commissioners. Nancy was also involved in these proposals from brokers to execute the deal. Nancy also ensures that the biannual payments are made and that the financial condition of the township does not violate the debt contract. The township funds capital projects from their surplus over budget from prior years and only budget projects to extend the funds will allow. This surplus is also being allocated to a reserve where they are aiming to accumulate 10% of annual budget to fund emergency projects. The township's 2009 bond was initiated to buy land for a development of a community center, including an updated municipal building. This project had not materialized to date, but is still in consideration. However, they are now attempting to sell this property in order to fund new facilities. However, the township does not typically use debt to finance their programs.